So, welcome to everyone. We're so glad you're here, guests and members alike. We'll start with our invocation, and we'll ask Lion Steve Patterson if he'll lead that for us.
Heavenly Father, thank you so much for allowing us to gather here today as lions and friends. We pray your blessing on those that cannot be with us. We pray a special blessing for our lion Ken Terrell as he's going through lots of health issues. May the food we eat today will strengthen our body and strengthen our love for you and for each other. Amen.
Amen. And Lion Darlene Mongeon, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And Lion Marilyn Patterson, would you lead us in song? Please. Bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you, Lion Marilyn. Beautiful. Okay. Everybody have a seat? Lion tamers? Who's here? Who's with us that isn't usually?
President Cheryl, Lion's guest. We do have one guest today, and he'll be introduced as our guest speaker, so we'll do that later.
All righty.
And we also welcome, although he tried to sign in as a guest, Eric Lipke, but we reminded him that he was a member.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, Lion Steve. Okay. We'll just jump right into it. Lion George, now that you have your mouth full. We're going to do the program right about now. Here you go.
You get a full hour.
Let me get this out of your way. All right, might want some room up there.
Oh, George, stand on the box.
I'd fall off. Okay, I'm getting prepared. President Cheryl, fellow Lions, good morning. I hope you're all enjoying your summer. Oh, come on, guys. What are details like that important? It's just good to be your program chair for June. It's good to be back. I've missed 6 weeks, or 5, but then again, it's afternoon. Last week I was on vacation, but before that I had 2 weeks of jury duty. Before that, 2 weeks of COVID. Given the choice, I'd take the COVID. So raise your hand if you're a little bit embarrassed by the fact that you missed me a lot while I was gone. Okay. Well, fortunately I had all of my speakers lined up in the month of April, but unfortunately when you get commitments that early from busy people, occasionally get cancellations, and I got cancellations for 2 out of 3. Fortunately, Mark Wilson, Port of Kalama, asked one of his staff members to fill in for him, Eric Yakovich, which many of you know. Eric is the Director of New Business and Economic Development, which is exactly what I was hoping Mark will talk about, because there's always something exciting going on at the Port of Kalama. In fact, Port of Kalama is envied by not only just the ports in Washington, but up and down the coast for their innovative and creative work. And Eric, as the Director of New Business Development, is certainly a major factor in that. And we're really happy to have him here today. He's been with the port for years, 10 years, but he spent 37 years in management and leadership in nonprofit organizations. I worked with Eric back when he was leading a mental health organization. I was with the county. He currently lives in Kalama with his family, his wife. They have 2 adult children, 2 grandchildren. And he enjoys time with his family, friends, and Husky football. And he confessed to me he had a tough time putting Husky football third. But he knew he couldn't put it first and have trouble with his family. So at this time, I'd like you to please give a nice warm welcome to Eric Yakovich.
Eric, I don't think you need the box. So just kick it out of your way if it's too much.
No, I'll trip over that sooner or later.
Okay.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Just push it out of your way. There you go.
Don't think I was trouble with
Thank you very much. It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces. I was a Lion for 10 or 12 years and haven't been around for 10, so it's nice to see you could go on without me. But I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky to have landed a job at the Port of Kalama. I'm actually from Kalama, born and raised, and I just love the town and always have. So it's been a real personal mission for me to be able to go back to Kalama and create jobs for my friends and family and other folks in the community. So I have a real personal interest. We've been around since 1920, so we're one of the first ports to be developed in the state of Washington, to be approved. And we've got new trucks, but we're still doing the same work. Actually, that's a little bit untrue, because one of those trucks is in our interpretive center. If you haven't been out to the port, to the interpretive center in our office building, you need to see, because a lot of history out there, a lot of cool stuff. Our commission, we're led by a 3-member commission. Randy Sweet is our president, Patrick Harbison, our vice president, and Troy Staree, our secretary. Randy was a longtime owner of a environmental consulting firm, an international environmental consulting firm. Patrick Harbison, recently with the county, now with the Port of Woodland as a staffer. And Troy Staree is a private business owner in Kalama. So, you know, our mission is about creating jobs. It's about taking care of our environment. It's about creating recreation. And it's about bringing private investment to Kalama. And I think we do all of those in spades. But truly, we live this mission every day, because this is really what's best for those friends and family that I'm talking about, you know, that I've known my whole life. Just a few critical stats about the port. We own over 1,400 acres of property. You know, if there's a flat piece of property, you're probably going to try and pick it up. There's not too much of it in Kalama. We manage 7 miles of shoreline. 2 of that is Kalama River. 5 of that is Columbia River shoreline. We have over 43 businesses now located at the port and over 1,300 employees. Some of these are, well, they're all private businesses. We don't operate any businesses except the port office. But they're also, some of them are on private property, some of them are on our property. And so one thing that our commission, myself, really proud of is that we haven't levied taxes on our community since 1997. It's just a real badge of honor for us, because you know, we believe we should be able, if we can control the waterfront, we believe we should be able to make money doing it and contribute back to our community, not take from the community. And then over $3.4 billion in economic impact on the state of Washington. That's with a B. I think that's just a tremendous number. We're a small community, Kalama, but we're a large international business. We are the #1, actually we can go forward here. I'll talk about some more of this stuff later. We're the #1 wheat exporter in the country. You'll see this slide in a second. I'll skip some of these stats when I get to it. Number one wheat exporter in the country. We exported over 13 million tons last year of product. That puts us at number 17 total volume exports in the country. And number 3 on the West Coast, only behind Long Beach and LA, California. Number 1 in soybean exports on the West Coast. Just a large amount of information about our success in the export industry due to our 2 grain elevators, Kalama Export Company and Temco LLC. I think we're losing connection here. Okay. This is why we're one of the reasons why we're successful. Everybody knows you try to get to Portland from here, there's really only one way to do it. It's down I-5. You can, if you're, backwoods guy like me, you can get around a little bit, but really, if you want to get there quickly, that's the way to go. We got hillside to the east, and we got river to the west, and there's not much room in between. So all the rail, all the navigation channel, and ships and the freeway just have to run right in this pinch point through Kalama, and that makes us ideal logistically for large industries. These are our 4 marine terminals at the port. Like I said, a couple are private, a couple are ours, but they just do fantastic business. Here's some of those stats that I was talking about earlier. The one I guess I didn't say was, in terms of export values, over $5 billion in export value last year.
That's great.
So some businesses at the port, I'm not going to read these to you, but you don't realize when you drive by the Port of Kalama how many businesses and the variety of businesses are down there. And we have a lot of great tenants and partners down at the port producing a wide variety of products. So our cargo destination, because of our proximity, actually the arrow should go to the other way, I should find a new map, but because of our proximity to Asia, to the west, it's more cost effective to go out of Kalama than almost anywhere else. That's why we do a lot of export volume, Longview as well. And most of it, as you see, goes to Asia. I think about half of that is to China, another 25% to Japan. Just a look at a few of our marine terminals. I'm not going to read this stuff to you guys.
Some of us can't read.
Probably most of us.
That's why I have my When I was here 10 years ago, I didn't need these. So.
Can you make it bigger?
Can you make it bigger?
So Steelscape, they import rolled coil steel, and they put out steel products like your steel roofing, steel siding, things like that, painted. Kalama River Industrial Park, we have about 12 businesses in the industrial park, a little under 500,000 square feet under roof, glass bottles and packaging and heavy equipment assembly. One of our new projects, up and coming, is a rail expansion at Temco. So right now, in their rail yard, they're able to fit 2 unit trains. It's 110 cars each. And so we're going to expand the rail by another 21,000 linear feet and make it so they can store an extra unit train in that yard. That gives them 25 to 30% more efficiency, and that means more volume going out from Kalama. Spencer Creek Business Park, one of our new developments. This is 70 acres out on exit 32 at Kalama River Road. You drive out there, you see a nice new promenade, or newer these days, but roundabout that I'm sure everybody loves. And if you're familiar with the area, I grew up that road. It was a 2-lane country road, logging road basically, and now it really looks like a very cool business park road without much business in it yet. There's a lot of sand around there, so it's ready to build. Pat?
Is there a chance, Eric, you can hold that microphone up?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just, I'm a loud mouth. I just assume people can hear me. So, better?
Yeah.
Better? All right, sorry. So, we're going to build the first building at Spencer Creek Business Park starting in July. We're accepting bids today on that building. So, we're going to have a 43,000 square foot building going on that property toward Haydu Park at that end of the east end of the property. You'll start to see activity in July. And it should be ready by July of 2025. And this building is very unique in this area. The reason we're building this specific building is it has smaller suites. It's light industrial in nature, but it has smaller suites than we normally have. Everything else we have is 10,000 square feet minimum of a suite. This will be 2,300 square feet minimum, but also scalable, so you can add suites for bigger businesses. And it's going to have, it's specifically designed for this business park, which is intended to be a mixed-use park. So lots of people walking around there, lots of integration of trails and recreation, pedestrians. And also, there's going to be a lot of commercial activity in that park. So we're not building industrial buildings, the standard big block white building. This will have really cool commercial storefronts on it. That's actually an image of the building that will be built out there. So it'll have commercial storefronts on there. So while we're intending it to house some of those smaller, maybe entrepreneurial type of businesses that are getting started, getting out of their garage, moving into the next phase of their business, and we can help them grow so they can do the manufacturing as well as the retail sales out the front. Also, in relation to this building, we've adopted a very strong entrepreneurial support program. I'll talk later about the Mountain Timber Market, which is our newest building on the property. But also with that building, we have an entrepreneurial training program that helps people develop a business plan, understand what it's like to move from being a mom and pop operation to a larger business. Oh, and I have to say, we just recently received a $2 million grant from Cowlitz County, which we're very thankful for, to contribute to the construction of this building. Construction's not cheap these days, and I mean, it's like doubled in the last few years, the cost of construction, and so we're very thankful for that support. This is just a look at what we've done on the waterfront. How many people have been down to the Port of Kalama waterfront? It's changed a lot since I was in high school, and and in the last 10 years, this is what we've done down at the port. There's been, I want to say, probably in the neighborhood of $70 million of investment down there in the last 10 years. And it's just a fantastic place to hang out, safe, secure, well kept, and we're very proud of it. This is the last feature that's going to go in down at the port waterfront, and the thing that's missing. So when I was in high school, nobody went down to the waterfront except for the high school kids to do things that were against the law, and where you could get away from the law. And sometimes, but now that it's a feature, our waterfront attracts over 500,000 people per year. In 2023, it's like 525,000.
Wow.
So it's a commercial center. It's an economic, a huge economic impact, and we want those people to enjoy the town as well. And if you have been down there, you also know there's not like an easy, sidewalk going from downtown to the waterfront. There are, however, some 1970 circus stairs that will scare the bejesus out of you if you try to take them. It's graded. I don't like them. Anyways. So we're putting in a new pedestrian overpass. This was slated to start this year, but it's going to be delayed by a year or so. So you can expect to see this starting construction in 2025, for finish in 2026. It's got elevators on each side, covered. You know, it's going to be a very easy way for all of those American Cruise Line passengers to get from the waterfront to downtown and vice versa. And this is our Mountain Timber Market. If you haven't been there, I highly encourage you to do so. Our intent with this was to develop local products, local entrepreneurs, like I said, and so we've got a wide variety of unique products down there, and we're going to continue to build that. We have one retail space left that hasn't been filled, and a distillery, and then we've got 2 restaurants upstairs, 2 major restaurants. I understand we have a good lead on the largest restaurant, which is just beautiful. There's a big deck out over the Columbia River, and anyways, looking forward to seeing that full. Very vibrant market, though. And this is my video that you won't see today.
All right.
So you just got me. It really only said, you know, most of the things that I've said today, but it said it in a lot nicer voice, much more friendly, better pictures and videos. So now you can feel like you've seen it. But if you go to this webpage, portofkalama.com, discover the port, it's on there as well. And I just thought I'd provide a few resources if you are interested in learning more about the port. This is where you can go to get it. There's, under this Discover the Port menu item, there's a history line item that doesn't include just super old 1920 history in those old trucks. It includes all the things that we've done up to today. There's just a variety of stories on there, videos, information that's really just interesting snippets about the Port of Kalama and the area. The comprehensive scheme of harbor improvements is like a comprehensive plan that cities have to do. It really just talks about the underpinning of the port, all the critical details of the port, how we make decisions, our strategic plans, the capital. So I've talked about some particular projects today we have coming up, but this will also tell you further out what we're looking at. And then the Board of Commissioners is more than just the same 3 pictures. It is those 3 pictures, but it has some information about the ports in the state of Washington and the regulatory authority with which we were established, so it can tell you, our authorities that we operate under, and then also tell you a lot more about leadership at the port. And that's not me, that's Teddy Roosevelt at the Port of Kalama, once upon a time. And I'm happy to answer any questions. I really appreciate your time here today.
I got one, Eric. Are the ball fields that are south of McMenamins a little ways, are those on port property, or is that?
Everything down there is port property, yeah. So all the parks along the waterfront are port property, yes.
Very nice down there.
Sorry.
Where did the Kalama Fair
Big
property
brother.
move to?
Where did the what?
Where did the Kalama Fair?
Okay, so when we bought the fair property, which is where today at the corner where the roundabout is, when we bought that property, we also agreed to build new fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
So half-mile down the road is Haydu Community Park, and that is the fairgrounds as well. So, Pat. Oh, okay, sorry.
Our Lions, wow, this one's bad, have conventions down in this area, and this would be a wonderful destination spot. But I'm questioning the lodging accommodations. With all of this growth, do you have plans for maybe some increased lodging opportunities?
We really hope. So I personally have been working on bringing a hotel to our exit 32, Kalama River Road property, that Spencer Creek Business Park. So we're open to that. We would like to have a travel hotel out there on that property. Whether that happens or not is a matter of investor interest. So, we're open to almost anything.
With that, a convention of approximately 200 to 250 people, so we need meeting rooms, food access, things like that. So just planting the seed for you.
Yep. What I will say is there's a variety of conference rooms and meeting rooms down at the port these days that weren't there in the past. And with the Mountain Timber Market, we built a whole side of the upstairs of that building is conference rooms that you can reserve through the port.
Eric, great to see you again, man. Long time.
Likewise.
Two things. Congratulations on what's occurred down there. Actually, 3 points. Your wonderful opening photo. My business, Copies Today, was asked to create the large panels that are in the interpretive area. So as you go in, you can actually see that same photo, but 4 feet by 4 feet, and it's phenomenal. There you go. I'll pay it back. Don't worry. Second one is the electronics recycling business still operating in the park?
Yes, it is.
Well, darn it, that needs to be known, doesn't it?
Ecotech.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Can you tell us about your train?
Our train. So we do have a train in our interpretive center, and it operated in this area as an old steam locomotive. I don't know as much about it as a couple of other people in terms of the history of that, but it is the train that was down in Esther Shore Park in Vancouver for many, many, many years, and when we built the interpretive center, we were looking for an old steam locomotive that operated in this area, and people hold on to trains it's just a hoarding community. I can't believe it. So we located all kinds of them, some with weeds and blackberries growing up. You know, you had to go through the trees to find them, and nope, I got plans for that thing. I can see. I'm a mower. But anyways, so that train got sold to the Grand Canyon Railroad, and they wouldn't let it go either, as hard as we tried. And then finally, new owners of the Grand Canyon Railroad, and we got that train back up here. So it traveled from Esther Shore Park to Arizona to Kalama, and stayed a few days for rest down in Arizona. But it's very cool. There are a lot of interpretive plaques related to it and videos, so I highly encourage folks to go down there and learn about it. Anyone else? Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, Eric, just a minute, I gotta get my box back. I get lost in the flags if I don't have to stand on the box here. Eric, thank you so much for coming and speak to us and telling us about all the wonderful things at the Port of Kalama. For speaking to us today, we give you a copy of a membership application. You know, you don't have to make every meeting. And they do have Kalama Lions too that meet at night. So in case you ever think about rejoining this happy band, we'd love to have you back. And here is a mug as a thank you gift.
Thank you so much.
Highly coveted Longview Pioneer Lions
Thank you.
root beer mug. Yeah, that's what it is. Root beer. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you. All right. Okay, now, I would like to see, come up here, a few people. Kevin Lawson, can you come up front, please? Bob Bradley. Mark Kelsch. Just over there, anywhere on this side, over here. Steve Johnston. Hal Palmer. Pat Palmer. You can maybe stand up where you are if you want.
Yeah, stand on
Eric Lip. Eric. Leroy Parcell. Jay Pruitt. Eric Gatormson. Okay, all right. So, How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who's not here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here he comes, Hal. Okay, besides group being Pioneer Lions, what do these guys have all in common?
We're all here. They're all guys.
Well, here's a clue. Are you ready, Eric? Okay.
They all have beards?
They all have hair.
As loud as you can make it.
Oh, no.
You can put the microphone over by there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the?
Okay, enough of that. Okay, somebody said it over here. What is it? Facial hair, yes, okay, all right. Hal, you're up there too? Yeah, all right. Guys, I get it. You want to shave time by not shaving your face. And they keep you warm through the winter. But you guys who sport them year-round, even in summer, you're the true believer. You all look pretty darn good to me with those face rugs. Panel members, and that's all of you out there. We're going to see which one of these is your favorite beard. Twisters, I have numbers here. Please, 1 or 2 tail twisters come and hand out numbers to each of these gentlemen. So each one's got one.
Each one gets a number?
Each one gets a number.
Oh, great.
Oh, Greg's got me. Okay.
I didn't know it was a tail twister.
I've never seen him move to twist anybody's tail.
Okay.
Yeah.
And voters, what you're going to do is you're going to clap or cheer for your favorite. Must be present to win. You got to be in it to win it. Okay? Okay.
I don't have to shave because it's all yours.
They're in order, Greg. You shouldn't have too much trouble with it. Okay. Now, when I call your numbers, hold it up high. And the rest of you are going to vote with your hands. Clap. Okay? And we're going to, and the winner's got a really nice little prize coming here. So, okay. So, all who love number 1. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. How about number 6? It's coming back. It's coming back. Okay, number 7. Number 8. How about number 9? And beard number 10. Okay, all right. Let's have a clap off between number 4 and number 8. Number 4. And number 8. Ooh, boy, that's hard, but I think maybe Lipke's got it by the whisker. Okay. So, Eric, what we have for you today is as our winner of our best beard of the day, and the guys that have beards that didn't show up, they just lose out. Okay, so what we have for you today is a nice little jar or bottle or whatever it is of Honest Amish Beard Balm. You are welcome. Okay, now, round two. And we can't forget about these guys. We can't overlook them. Okay, so if you have no beard but a fine cookie duster, come on up here. Guys with beards, give your number to somebody else. That's coming up. You guys are done. Okay, leave your number and number, guys. Okay, now I'll call your names because you don't seem to know if you have a mustache or not. Bob Piper, Greg Firth, Mike Parker, Rick Johnson, Dwayne Smith, and Jay Christensen. Please come on up.
Jay
left? Okay, well, Jay just loses out. I'm sorry about that. Okay. All right, so who's here? Who's not here? Firth is here. Parker's here. Johnson. Dwayne Smith. Okay, have I missed anybody? Is there anybody out there that's got a mustache and no beard, but you're proud of your cookie duster? All right, number one. Great. Number, what do you got, Mike? Number two, you're a little out of order. Number three. Number four. Mustache number two. Number 8. Ooh, we're going to have to do that again. That was really too close. Okay. Number 1. Number 2, Bob. Number 3. Number 4. And mustache number 8. Oh boy, that's really close. What do you think, vote? What do you think, panel?
Number 1.
Okay, let's say number 8. Okay, Dwayne, what we have for you is a nice little mustache grooming kit. It's got scissors, it's got 2 combs in it, a little travel pouch. You're gonna love it. Okay. Okay. All right. Lions, hair to you. Very good. Okay. Moving on. All right. Let's have announcements. Marilyn, I think you had a couple of things you wanted to share with us.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, we have really attached ourselves to the Lower Columbia School Gardens, and I have a little note here. It was addressed to Rick and Marilyn. I hope you can make it to this event, even if that only means stopping in for a few minutes. Come hungry. We really appreciate all you do, and please extend the invite to other Lions who have been helping out. So that includes all the volunteers or anybody that wants to show up. It is a thank you to us for the donations and the volunteering that we have done. There's no agenda, just enjoying some good homemade food and being in the garden. This date is next Wednesday, June 12th, from 1 to 4. Feel free to drop in anytime during this window or stay the whole time. North Lake Gardens, 2210 Olympia Way. So if you're interested in coming, I don't think you have to sign up, but maybe we could post this, Leroy, in the Roar next week and get information out to you. I'm going to attend. Are you, Rick?
Yep.
I'm going to walk in at 1. I've got 2 other things to do, but I will show up.
I'll bring my back.
So the other thing was just a quick education committee over here in the side after the club.
Education committee meeting off to the side right after this meeting. Leroy, I see you're wrangling some envelopes over there. Did you have something today that you needed to
I
do?
have a bunch of stuff, but these people don't show up, so they're
Oh, they're not here? Okay. Put them on the back burner till you see their faces. Okay, Greg Firth, I think you had something for us.
Oh, no, he always got something to say. Yeah, be careful.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, membership, I love membership. This was given to me by this nice group of people at this table here, and to do whatever I wanted with it.
Oh, you brought the horse's rear end
I
again.
certainly did, it's facing south. Anyway, yeah. Thanks, Woody. Anyway, I was consulting with others and deciding who I should give this to. Whoever I give this to will keep it and bring it to their meeting each week until they bring a guest to the meeting.
Oh,
When they bring a guest to the meeting, they can give it to another individual. It was a tight vote, very tight vote as to who gets to start it. So it was a decision that was made just before the meeting started today. And how come everybody's so twitchy? And it was decided that we would start it with Steve Patterson.
Steve gets the horse's south edge. Okay. All right. Very good, okay. Thank you, Greg. All right, Cindy Sessions, you had something for us today, too.
Break that horse, you can wait for it.
Yeah. President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests, I have 2 announcements. One is we have our installation dinner coming up on the 28th. If you have not paid, I need that money. I will be gone the next 2 weeks, yay for me. And so Karen Johnson has offered to take the money in my state. Also, we're going to start up Adopt a Road again. We're going to meet at Coal Creek Park and Ride on the 27th of this month at 9:15 to do road cleanup. And I got sign-ups for both over there on the table.
Okay, excellent. And maybe some of the folks that did cleanup last weekend, what one was that, Saturday? Yeah. Okay, that was good practice for Adopt a Road. So if you still got your picker handy, then maybe you can maybe have some more fun out there picking up treasures out of the ditches on the 27th. Time?
Yes.
Cindy, do you have a time for Adopt a Road?
It's 9:15.
9:15, and you're going to meet where?
At the park and ride at Coal Creek.
Coal Creek Park and Ride. Y'all know where that is? If you don't, we'll fill you in before the time. Okay. Yeah. Site and Hearing Committee meeting. Okay, some things to put on your calendar coming up, not necessarily this week, but before too long. June 12th, 6:30, Canterbury Park, Site and Hearing Committee meeting. Everybody's welcome to come, right, Greg?
Yes.
Okay. The board, remember, we are having 2 meetings a month now. The next one we have will be the 13th of June, 8 a.m. at Cascade Title. Put that on your calendar, don't oversleep. Annual Hot Rods for Heaven coming up on June 22nd at Calais County Event Center. We'll be selling kettle corn, is that right, Bob?
Yes.
Anything else?
Nope.
Just kettle corn. Okay, pretty easy gig. All right, and that will be, I don't have a time on that, but
9 to 3.
yeah, 9 to 3. So if you can give some time to that during that window, that'd be great. Officers Installation Dinner coming up at the end of this month at the Longview Moose Lodge. I'm June 28th, I think it is, isn't it? That's the date. That's a Friday night. Social will be at 5:30, dinner at 6. And as Cindy said, if you haven't got your money in, do it. Yeah, okay. Show of hands. Who all plans to go to the installation dinner? Excellent. Wonderful. Okay. Tamers, any sunshine? No cards today. Okay. Please do keep Lion Ken Botero in your prayers. Lion Terry? While Terry's coming up here, remember Lion Ken, please. Keep him in your thoughts. And yeah, and Marnie too. And Marnie too. That's right. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Thanks, Cheryl, the Lions and guests. I not being here last week for the awards. Hey, I know you all like that, but I wasn't there. My thanks to Cindy for doing a good job for us. But unfortunately, one of them wasn't here to get it, which is normal for this group. At any rate, the Unsung Lion of the Month for all she does in the sign-ups for work parties and being at the work parties, Jane Gurdon for Unsung Lion. That's great.
Well deserved.
Smile.
The only bad part. I get cropped out of them. And anyway, the other one we had was a couple of months ago. We had a spaghetti feed done out there, and we had an award put up for this guy, but he didn't do anything at this spaghetti feed. They tell me. So anyway, he just stood around, but he did tell people that this is the way to eat and stuff like that. So for being the ambassador for the spaghetti feed, George Rader.
It was a pancake feed.
It was pancakes. Was it?
Well, no wonder they didn't eat.
Some kind of food. Okay. All right. Okay, Pioneers, how about some tickets? Ready? Pull out your tickets. Let's go with the blue one. The number is 934-271.
That would be no.
That's a big nope for you.
Nope.
934-271. I don't see any hands. Oh, George, you? Okay. This is your lucky day, dude. Okay. George.
Not my lucky day yet.
Not his lucky day yet.
No.
But he has a chance to see if it might be.
50%. For charity.
Well, Jay's walking up here. Oh, no, let's just wait and see what George draws. We got a couple of minutes.
You want to grab the microphone?
Yeah.
What we do that?
I'm just gonna find it.
Sure.
Right here, Karnak.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, the 7 of diamonds. Nope, you should have.
King Lion Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. Cheryl had a birthday this last week.
No. Give me that.
Over here.
No singing for me. The statute of limitations has run.
Cindy Ward.
Mark and Steve Johnston all had birthdays this week.
Okay.
Everybody all together. Happy One more. Did you have a birthday?
Cindy Ward, isn't it?
Oh, Cindy Ward has a birthday tomorrow.
Oh, she's the one we should.
All together now.
Happy birthday many, many more. Okay. Oh, that was the best you've ever done, guys. Yeah, best you've ever done.
Not bad.
Okay, how about baked goods? Do we have some today? Oh, we didn't do the red ticket? Oh my God. All right. What's wrong with me? Senior pause. Okay. See, that's what happens when you have too many birthdays. 759 815.
Well, no.
759 815. Oh, Rick's got it. Okay, Rick, what do you want done with that money?
Diabetes.
He wants it to go to the diabetes fund. Thank you, Rick. Very good. Okay, now we'll talk about desserts. I either get you too soon or I don't get you at all.
Daryl Caroline and Dennis today are Steve Patterson
Yeah.
and Sharon Nolan.
Oh, okay. Yum. Goodies for at least one sweet person. Okay, sweet. All right. Does anybody here have anything else they want to share with us for the good of the order?
Pat Palmer, no, Hal Palmer's still ugly.
Hal Palmer's still ugly? Ann Camarda. All right, let's give our attention to Ann. She's got the mic.
President Cheryl, Lions and guests, I just want to thank everybody that came out on Saturday. I know Saturday's a tough day to get away, but everybody that showed up to clean up the wetlands, thank you so much. Learning curve for me, could have done a few things easier. But we got about 90% of the stuff done. We pulled out so much garbage and piled it up for the city to take, so that was nice. But thank you so much.
If you haven't seen the photos of the mountains of garbage and trash and yucky stuff that we pulled out of that place, take a look on Facebook. They're up there. Okay.
Greg's diapers.
Greg's diapers.
Lots of them.
Anything else?
It all depends, Hal.
Well, here's a quote to leave you for the day. Remember, you have two hands. The first is to help yourself, and the second is to help others. So said 1960s icon, actress Audrey Hepburn. Lions, Pioneers, hope you have an amazing week, and we see everybody back here again next Tuesday.